guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we are going to be getting into Age 2. That's right, we've already made it to Age 2. I hope you guys are ready. So I'm on the hunt this morning for a very particular type of tree. We're looking for, I believe, a mulberry tree. I think that's right. Yeah, mulberry leaves. So it's sort of a yellowish color. We should be on the lookout for that, because today we're getting into Astral Sorcery. I'm super excited. One of my favorite mods. If you've been wondering this whole playthrough what that giant floating thing is that is purple that's above my head at all times, well, that right there is a flare from Astral Sorcery. It is a Patreon perk that you can get for becoming a Patreon for Hellfire PvP. Pretty awesome perk, if I do say so myself. It's just very faint, and you can turn it off or turn it on at any time. But yeah, as you can tell, one of my favorite mods. Oh, I think this tree right here is the exact thing we're looking for. Let's hop down, and whoo! All right, I think this is it. Is this mulberry? It is. Look at that. So they didn't take us too long to find this. I do want some saplings from this though. Let me go ahead and get some. There we go. That way we can always grow some more. How's it going, Al? I wish you could. I wonder if you can pick these guys up. I mean, I assume you probably can. Oh, we just picked them up. Look at that. Oh, how cute. Oh, it's adorable. Look at the guy. Look at him. Oh, it's like a little baby owl. So I need to take this this mulberry, or I call it mulberry. I think it's just because of where I live. That's how everyone around me would call this. But I think it's mulberry. You know, it all depends on where you're from. I'm gonna go ahead and chop this down. And by doing so, we're gonna get mulberry bark. And we need this. Let's go ahead and grab that. I didn't get too much, but this should be enough to hopefully get us started. So you see over here, we have soaked mulberry bark. I need to do that by just taking a fluid bladder and combining it. It's probably going to be best to do it this way. That way we get 4. And so I just need to go ahead and make a wooden basin, and then I can show you guys how to utilize that thing. So since we have water, it's pretty easy now that we have a bucket that we can just place in here. And I don't know if this holds multiple buckets. Oh, it does. So as you can see, we can just collect multiple buckets of water, and probably don't want to grab it from our island since we don't have like an infinite source. But let's go ahead and place this in 4, and then we just stir. I mean, it's that simple. And I guess you do it until you see the textures change. And there you go. And we get the items out. That's that simple. That made it way easier. And you can see it holds multiple buckets of water, so you can just keep doing this over and over again. Now, we still got to do, you know, this thing. We have to kind of dry it. And unfortunately, I think this is only going to make 1 parchment, I think. So if you take a look, this will make 1 mulberry pulp, and then we need to make a sheet of it. We need 4, and that will turn into 1 wasi. I think that's how it's pronounced, or wasai. And then we're going to need to use that to make parchment. As you can see, we need 4 of them to do that, which means we're going to need a few more logs, a few more mulberry logs. So I've got to start chopping some trees down. Maybe I can get more than 1 sapling, hopefully. Now that I have all the pulp made, well, I need to throw it over here, but first we need to craft it up. There we go. I'm still missing 2 more pieces. I was waiting for those to dry up. Good, they're done. So we should be able to finish the rest of this craft. Let's go ahead and throw this together. There we go. We have our mulberry sheets, and we need to press those. Things are about to get pressing. Go for it. Sometimes I like to nudge them. I don't know if that helps. Does this guy even have the lead? Yeah, the lead's attached. All right, invalid area. Oh, it's because this tree's here. We'll go ahead and take the tree down. Anyways, I ended up getting a few saplings from this, so I actually like these trees. They look really good. Like, it's definitely like a stark contrast to the other trees. Like, I don't even know what's going on with this tree. This tree is just, yeah, it's a mixture of 2 trees, but it looks like it couldn't decide what variant of leaf it wanted. All right, so this is gonna go ahead and go. While we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and get into some blood magic, because we're going to need to do that, because eventually we need to make a luminous crafting table. I was looking at the recipe here. Everything I know how to do, it's not a big deal, except for these reinforced slates. As you can see, we need a tier 2, which we already have, and we need to convert the regular slate into that. We could actually just leave like a piece of stone in there, and what that will do is that's going to consume enough. It's going to consume 1,000. And then that blank slate's still going to be in there. It's going to be converted using 2,000 more LP into a reinforced slate. So actually, this shouldn't be too hard to do. We only need 2 of them. And since the thing holds 10,000 life points, we should have plenty, like, stockpiled. And especially once I prick my finger here in a minute to give this thing more, we are going to have plenty in there. And we can just pop that in. And like I said, it will automatically upgrade to the next tier. This could be a problem for some people if you have no sense of automation and you do need the base tiers, like right now, because here it will automatically start again, like right now. It gave you a little bit of time, but then it automatically starts again. And so that's going to consume 3,000 life points. And yeah, it shouldn't take too long to do this. And it should go ahead. It's going to take twice as long to do this slate as it would the first slate because we don't have any upgrades on here. But as you can see, there we go. Now we have a reinforced slate. Now we can do a lot with the reinforced slates, actually. They have quite a bit of uses, especially in the more of the arcane side of things, which I definitely want to touch on and get into because we're going to need to set that up sooner or later. So I now have pretty much everything needed to get done here. Let's go ahead and pop everything in. So we have all of our paper. We need to throw this in to get ourselves a piece of parchment, and then this parchment will be used to craft up the lovely Astral Sorcery tome. This has so much information in it. It's also a storage for other Astral Sorcery constellation papers. There's a lot to this, and this is going to be your information for this. You can scroll wheel in, or you can hit your numpad, or sorry, you need your WASD to zoom in. W zooms in, S zooms out, or you can just scroll wheel in and out, whatever you feel like doing. It says right here, hover over the clusters and zoom in using a scroll wheel. Of course, it tells you right here what you can do. And eventually you'll have some more tabs that open up as you go. But this is going to tell you everything you need to know about getting into Astral Sorcery. But that's not exactly what we're trying to do right now, as we need to make this in order to get ourselves a Luminous crafting table and burst our way into Age 2. That's right. We already have everything we need to get into Age 2. It is literally that simple. So I have my marble. That is one thing we're going to need. As I see here, we're going to need some aquamarine. We're going to need a crafting table. All of that stuff, super easy to come by. Let's go ahead and grab that. And I think that's about it. And we're also going to need our Necronomicon with at least 1,000 potential energy in it. And we're also need the reinforced slates. Other than that, I think we're pretty good. We're looking really snazzy here. I do need to grab my Necronomicon, which is somewhere. I think it's in my backpack. Yeah, it's definitely my backpack. I don't really want to worry about charging this thing right now, even though I could. It still has enough to complete what we need to get done. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to slap all the items on here. This should be, I love doing these crafts, by the way. I don't know if it matters if it's in this exact order or not. I usually like to do that, even though I'm sure it doesn't really matter. And this really helps with your memory. If you can look at something once and then copy exactly what it is, that should help with your memory game. I really feel like Minecraft has, especially with modern Minecraft, there's so many things that happen in the game that you don't even realize how well it actually affects your day-to-day learning abilities. So let's get in. That's enough of that mumbo jumbo. Let's just go ahead and craft this thing. All right, let's do this. And bam. All right, I'm staying nearby, and then lightning should strike. Hopefully not on me. It's draining all the potential energy from here. Hey, it didn't even light anything on fire, I don't think. But we're about to be in a new age. Are you guys ready? Oh boy. And there we are. Welcome to Age 2. Wow. And a lot of stuff just changed. And let's go ahead and look at the new age. This is going to lead us into the Twilight Forest. This is going to lead us into the Betweenlands. It's going to lead us into a more in-depth version, getting into Astral Sorcery. It's going to get us into extended crafting. Going to get us into more tinkers. As you can see, we can actually make tinker's tools, which, yes, this is probably going to be the best part because, man, oh man, I am just so tired of my tools. I want better ways to craft, or better ways to mine, so that way we can get more resources so we can build more things. That's Minecraft in a nutshell. So now that we've unlocked this age, I think going for the iron and gold that we've unlocked is going to be a good idea. And also lapis. And you can see The lapis is in, it says green swamps, swamplands, temperate rainforest, and mushroom biomes. So we have that, and that's actually quite nearby. Iron is going to be found in savannas, swampland biomes, meadows and plains biomes. Okay, which I don't know if we're in a plains biome. Of course, gold is going to be located in Badlands and Mesa biomes. That totally makes a lot of sense. And we're going to need to upgrade our prospecting thing. So let's see, what can this one? This is a tough dowsing rod, and it says will detect unlocked ores than a 48 block straight line. What's the difference? Oh, this is for ores that are in H2 and below. So we do need to upgrade, and it's going to require some coal, some limed stained glass apparently. Even though that, oh, okay, just any glass. I hate when it like gets stuck on one particular type. And then just some wood. I think this is, yeah, any log wood. So that's pretty simple to make. So not hard to get at all. We already had glass because of course we've made that. And it says right here, why are these already complete? We've not touched lapis or iron. Interesting. I might have to check out why that did that. So I am on the hunt for a Badlands biome, and I think this will be pretty nice. Let's go ahead and make sure I have my my Volarkite ready to go, and let's find a Badlands biome. This would be great for mining, but also, or like for finding the gold ore, but it's also going to be great for getting ourselves some of the terracotta that should be on that island. Hopefully, I don't know. These areas might not be exactly what I'm looking for, but hopefully it's just like your standard vanilla Badlands. That's at least what I'm hoping for. So yeah, I can already tell. Okay, mobs. Us unlocking this age has unlocked new mobs. The skeletons now have arrows, and Endermen have spawned. Okay, and plus this isn't exactly the Badlands I was looking for. For some reason, it's saying that is the Badlands? I don't remember that being, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong biome. That could very well be me just thinking of the wrong biome. All right, so I got my nap in. They're all burning, as you can see. But yeah, you can see over there we have Endermen now that are spawning, skeletons with bows, zombies have iron and gold armor on. Yeah, new mob stuff going on. Oh boy, and as you can tell, the mobs with armor, they don't really despawn like you would think they would. I mean, that's of course a vanilla mechanic, but if they have a helmet on, they don't want to they don't want to burn. So we need to get to the despawn, which means we need to go roughly 128 blocks away, gives them a chance to despawn, and then we should be able to hit up that island. Hopefully, I mean, this is the island we need to find gold on. It's not particularly the biome that I wanted to find. I was thinking Badlands. Why am I thinking Badlands is the biome with terracotta? That's definitely not the Badlands. No, actually, now that I think, yeah, no, this is supposed to be the Badlands, which means this should have been a terracotta biome, but it's not. That's interesting. Okay, I'm also looking on here for any of the material leading to gold. I don't see any on this particular island. But then again, like, this biome doesn't really seem very Badlands-y. I mean, there is gold on here. I just use my prospector to kind of find if there is any. Now, the good thing about the prospector is it goes down so many blocks, but because these islands aren't very deep, you're going to find whatever is down there. So we might as well just go ahead and take our journey down, take our plunge down, and get ourselves some gold. I don't know how far down the gold actually is on this, but yeah, there it is. Look at that. Already found some gold. And we already have the appropriate tool. Bronze is probably going to be the tool that is either required for this. I would assume that it probably would be to be able to break some of this. Same for the iron. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and gather a bit of this. We should be able to gather plenty of this stuff, just like any other ore that I've encountered so far. If I was to sit here and mine this all day, I still don't think I would get all of it mined. It's just, there's just so much ore. I love this geologist mod. It's good. I really like this. Hey, look at there, hematite samples, which is iron. Nice. You can see right here we got iron clusters. So that means douse, and yeah, of course there's going to be some like right down here, and we can mine iron for hours. That's what we're going to do, because I'm sure there is going to be so much iron. Yeah, my goodness. Let's see. Yep, there it is, and we're going to be at this probably for a while. Yep. So at this point, I have a bunch of seared brick. I decided to come back. So we have all this seared brick. So I'm thinking about just converting my stuff over to the seared variant, as we can make that pretty quick, and we don't have to deal with all of this. So, and it's a bit more expandable. Like, we're not going to be able to really move this too much. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain, but what we're going to get set up is we're going to get set up like mostly a standard smeltery-ish sort of thing. I don't think we have a controller yet, but we do have like a smelter drain and everything. You know what? I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with the seared. And we might actually be able to interchange this. Like, instead of down here, instead of us using coal, we can actually use lava. And that's probably going to be a better way to go about doing this. I think it's a lot more efficient, and we can use our coal for other things. Now, to do this, let's take a look. We just need a piece of glass. Luckily, I do have a little bit of glass. And I say a little bit, not very much, just because it's kind of a pain to make glass. All right, so there's our tank. That's one of the goals right here. And then it says right here, fast farm. It says if you've tried waiting for your crops to grow, craft a watering can. And I think the watering can requires iron plates and some fertilizer, which the fertilizer is not too bad to get. And then to get an iron bucket. Now, to get an iron bucket is actually not that hard either. I think we can make a cast from a clay. Yeah, from a stone bucket. Interesting. And we get a stone bucket. Oh, this unlocked in stage 2, of course. That's why we didn't know about it. So yeah, we just basically cast out a stone bucket, and we can now make an iron bucket, which is great. That means we can get exactly what we need. So to do this, let's take some of our gold, because gold can be used to cast. Now, I think, though, that it does require double the amount of gold for the cast. So for each cast, it's going to be 2 gold. So I want an ingot cast. So I can use a brick to get an ingot cast. Apparently, we're going to need a nugget cast as well. So to make a nugget cast, we need a piece of stone, and we need to grab our hammer, which this has been a really great spot for my hammer, by the way. Apparently, that makes a nugget, which is a stone nugget. And this will be another cast, so that is going to be 2 more. And then we also need a cobblestone bucket. That's going to be another one. So, I think at this point, that's just about all we need for right now. I know soon we can make plates and everything with a cast. But this will get us into Tinkers, which I am so ready to get into Tinkers. It's, oh, this is going to be so nice. So the main one I want to get done, at least right now, is going to be our porcelain, or not our porcelain, our actual bucket cast. Ah, that's nice. Okay, so I have my cast for that. Let's go ahead and get our stone nugget cast, and we'll pour all of this out. And then we should be able to get an ingot cast next, after we pull this one out. There we go. And with all of that, we are prepping ourselves for some awesome stuff. And then, of course, we can cast anything else we're going to need for Tinker's Construct, which I'm planning on kind of lining this area with the Tinker's Construct stuff. I think this will be a perfect place because it's kind of like our Tinker's area. And then even later on, when we have a bigger smeltery, it's probably going to take over this whole spot anyways. So at this point, we're at a crossroads, right? We need to better ourselves. The melter currently cannot melt what is here. Now, we do have the cast in order to make an iron bucket, but we just can't use it yet. And I'm pretty sure we have to sacrifice one of our clay buckets in order to pick up some lava. I don't think we have any lava on our base, but I do know where we have some lava. We have some lava just right around this area, right over here, which is so weird to have lava right in this ice biome, but it's definitely here. Right in this snowy biome. So if we pick this up, yep, it'll hold it, but it's not going to last forever. Now, a good thing is sometimes I don't get enough height to zoom up, but as you can see, because of my bridge area, because of my bridge area, I'm able to just land in these areas. Well, I was hoping it would make it a little bit easier, but It still seems like it's a pain. Oh, the turning on this is so slow. But I mean, it works, right? It works. Let's see. Is it gonna... Nope, I'm still waiting for a gust of air. Come on, air, anytime now. Ah, oh, thank you so much. So let's go ahead and replace this. I'm pretty sure that I could use this tank, and it should work with the porcelain version. Let's place that in there. And... no, we are going to need to replace this upper part. I'm guessing with that. Yeah, and I just basically wasted a clay bucket, which is okay. Take that out. And we'll try this again. This time I'm going to just upgrade everything to the seared variant. So yeah, this should work out just fine now. And that'll be able to get us a iron bucket, which is going to make life a little bit easier. But I also want to get the Tinker stuff going just before we end. Now, Tinker's is a little bit interesting in how it's going to work. As we need to take any type of log. For example, let's see. Do I have any? Yeah, we have some jungle log. I'm kind of running low on logs. We're going to have to do like a log run before we know it. Probably just make some more trees and chop some trees down and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and take this over here to our saw, because we are going to need to use our saw yet again for this. All right, so I've got all of this jungle bark that I can possibly get. Let's go ahead and break these things down as well. And we can now actually make... I mean, this is like specific to this pack. We can now make some blank patterns utilizing this little method. I like that. I kind of like the little touch, giving me a reason to use better with mods. I love when packs do that. It's definitely something that I like. All right, so now that we have blank patterns, well, this is how everything is made with this whole setup. So like each individual material is going to do its own different thing. And you can see the main thing that I want to get is, of course, the stencil table, the regular crafting table, the, well, not the armor station just yet, but that is something we'll do later. So the stencil table, the pattern chest, the tool station, and the part builder. Those are the main things. And then, of course, your regular crafting table that is upgraded. So a regular crafting table, you just place it in here and you'll get a crafting station, right? And then we can line these things up. I'm also going to move this, and this is going to get moved as well, because the chopping block, it's just in the way. We actually need this whole area for this to work. So this, in my opinion, is one of the best ways to set this whole thing up. Right here, we have our stencil table, the pattern chest, our part builder, the parts chest, and then we have a tool station, and then our crafting station. This all makes it a nice multi-block, and you can see we have our crafting station, our tool station, part builder, pattern chest, our parts chest, and then we also have a stencil table. But the good thing is, because you can actually take this from this way, or it doesn't really matter how you set it up, as long as these chests are near each other. But I really like to have my stencil table right next to my pattern chest, and have my pattern chest right next to my part builder. The reason is so that way I can make some parts. So let's go ahead and just make a pickaxe head. We'll go ahead and make a tool rod, and we'll make a part binding. And what I can do is I can just take these and place them over in my pattern chest over here, and then we can access that very simply by just clicking on these parts that I have set up here. That makes it super simple and very, very easy to go about working with. So, as you can see, we can easily make a pickaxe right now. I don't have a pickaxe head part, but we can easily make one. And that way we can go ahead and just get a regular iron pickaxe. I think that's going to be probably one of the better things to do. And we're going to need to make a cast out of that. So I simply need 2 gold, and I can go ahead and make the cast. Now, with this using lava, it does work a lot faster, in my opinion. It's like almost twice as fast, it seems like. So now I need to place some iron in here, and we should be able to use this cast. Does it tell me? Yeah, material cost is 2. So with that material cost, let's go ahead and take our clusters, and we know that 2 of these are going to equal this. Now, if you know what, instead of doing this, I could just use cobblestone. This is a process that I normally do. We will upgrade this eventually, but making sharpening kits are honestly your best friend, especially in packs like this. So let me show you. If we make a regular pickaxe that is just wood on the 2 bottom pieces, I don't think using bone makes it any better for like the binding parts. I'm going to go ahead and just use wood. Let me go ahead and throw this in here. All right. So if we use wood for our rod, and then we use the binding, which is wood as well, that's going to probably give us the best like overall tool. We can go ahead and put that together. That's going to make us a pickaxe. But I'm going to show you that this pickaxe can be upgraded quite easily. And it can become really fast later on down the line with just a few upgrades. Like instead of the binding, we could use paper and get ourselves another modifier. But for right now, let's just look at sharpening kits. I think we can make stone sharpening kits pretty easily. Right here, stone sharpening kit. Of course, I can throw that inside the pattern chest. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a stone sharpening kit. And this one is going to be the thing we casted. I should have done this in the first place because I want to at least get this thing to iron level. We go ahead and throw 2 of these in there, and then we'll get that sharpening kit made. You're also going to need some flint as well. But yeah, we can pretty much sharpen this, which what this is going to do is it's going to increase its mining level to above iron, which this will be diamond mining level. And then once we get obsidian, we need to get obsidian mining level. So once we get a diamond, we can go from there as well. Like we'll take that diamond and we'll upgrade it even further. Now this doesn't really affect the speed. The materials that it's made out of would affect the speed. But because the head is going to be made out of stone, we should be able to repair it with stone. And we might be able to later on like increase the tool rod and make like the tool rod or binding a different material. But overall, that should work. So now what I can do is I can just throw in, I think the material cost on this is 2. Yeah, so just throw in 2 more iron. We do have the cast for later, which I am going to save. And we can actually throw this in the pattern chest, I believe. No, I thought it could go in the parts chest, but the parts chest is actually for like spare parts. So let's go ahead and cast out our wonderful iron head here. And I went ahead and just made a standard stone pickaxe. And all of this, the only thing this consists of is cobblestone for the stone head, wood for the rod, and the binding is also wood. Very, very simple. So let's go ahead and just add this. So you can add a part or replace a part, as you can see right here. And you can place it anywhere in here. It doesn't really matter, at least not right now. And this will get us an iron pickaxe. Basically, we just, instead of just crafting it directly, I was able to just craft it with one that we already had. Now, this is an iron level tool. It can mine at diamond level. So we can actively mine diamonds. And that's exactly what we needed. So we've completed a huge chunk of this already today. And now we've upgraded and got a better tool. Now, what I recommend doing is I recommend also making yourself a sharpening kit. And what you can do with the sharpening kit is you can just place iron in here. And for 2 iron, it will basically be a sharpening tool. And you could bring this with you and you could just place this in your inventory to repair your pickaxe. Now, with the ecological already on here, it will slowly repair itself, but it's not incredibly fast. And it's not super fast, but it will slowly over time repair your tool. So as always, I want to give a huge shout out to the Patreon of the day. And that Patreon of the day is going to go to Stephanie. I do appreciate it. And man, you guys, all of my patrons, I really do appreciate you guys. And I say this all the time that I appreciate it, but you guys have no idea how much it actually helps support the videos I make. And contributing to content creators just like myself is an amazing thing. I really do appreciate you guys. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's episode, you guys know what to do. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also ring that beautiful notification bell. Guys, and if you haven't already shared these videos with your friends, I bet they would enjoy them too. If you enjoy them, I bet your friends or family would probably enjoy them as well. So be sure to give this a share, whether that's on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever you might want to share this content. I would really appreciate it. And guys, I will see you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.